So I have a good friend of mine. His name is Troy, and he represents the Black Lives Matter as well with me. Troy, will you come in?
Good morning to everybody here.
Good morning.
First of all, I'd like to thank you all for your attendance here. I know that if you're here, you're either a supporter or you're curious, and either one, in my opinion, is fertile ground. So I plan today to impart a seed of understanding. I know that there's a proverb that says, wisdom is a principal thing, therefore get wisdom. But in all you're getting, get understanding. So I'd like to offer an understanding of my people's condition from first-hand experience, because I myself have been a victim of it. And I'm still continuously dealing with the aftermath thereof, although I've done everything, in my power and beyond my power to transition my lifestyle. I don't know everybody's position on war, but I know that we're all familiar with war. And we know that how many people here have someone that's serving? Just by a show of hands. Okay, we can applaud those who serve, regardless of our position. Basically, there's a recruiting process. We know there's a boot camp. We know that no one actually joins on to go to battle unless they feel like they have an obligation or a sense of loyalty to something, a sense of purpose, a sense of devotion. And when that time comes, they pretty much forsake all else and they're fully absorbed in that mentality. And some people are able to set aside that mentality when they return, and some people are not. I want to say that in the type of environment that I come from, I'm from the city of Boston. Many of you are familiar with it. I grew up in the Linwood Street projects, Mass Ave area of the South End. Basically, due to what happened many years ago and continuously happens in a different form today, everybody that I grew up around was stripped from pretty much everything other than the Section 8 housing that they may be living in. And the clothing that they may hustle for, the little trinkets that they may obtain from time to time. But you're taught very young there that this is yours because you really have nothing else. So this block, this street name is all you know. This neighborhood is all you know. This is what your allegiance is supposed to be. But you grow up also hearing that these other people on the other side are struggling. You know what I mean? You don't hear about that, but these are the people that you're hearing about. You're not hearing about their struggle, but you're hearing about them as those people from the other side, or those kids from the other side, the opposition. It's not about the other brothers from the other side, the husbands, the fathers, the mothers, the uncles, the nieces, but in the same breath, when a person is sent off overseas, they're not taught you're going there to have to possibly annihilate fathers, uncles, mothers, brothers, sisters, etc., etc. You're just taught this is the other, this is the opposition, this is your enemy, your loyalty lies here, we need you there, do what you must do. So you have to dehumanize first before you can start to annihilate. And this is what's happened to so many people like myself. And we don't see, this is a human being that's gonna eventually, if he continues on this path because of the struggle that he's caught up in, end up arrested by the same officers that are gonna arrest me, possibly shot and killed by the same officers that are gonna shoot and kill me, transported to the same prison, his mother's gonna cry the same tears, our families are both gonna be broken the same way, but we don't see these things. So I just want you all to understand that this isn't senseless. The sense was foul that we were given, but it made sense to us and we latched onto it because there was nothing else sensible, nothing else obtainable. We were powerless. And if you understand that, just as you have compassion, and you have a desire to help along somebody who returned from war with PTSD or whatever type of war perception they may have, that's us. That's what we have.
Yeah.
We're not savage. We're not animals. We're hurt people.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, hurt people hurt people.
Right.
But within hurt people, I speak for myself, there is a desire for healing. And as we are healed, we can reproduce that healing in others. So I want to thank you all again, whether it's your curiosity or whether it's your support or whether you're just all in and want to do this thing and make sure that everybody's reminded that Black Lives Matter, because we've always been mindful that all lives matter, I believe, as far as the history of this particular continent. But I think we've tremendously forgotten that Black Lives Matter. And I hope that brothers like Gary Dantler and myself And I hope that all of you, will help everybody else who may see or hear this event be mindful that Black Lives Matter and we are a part of all lives. So as we do this, it's all one thing, let's all go one way or whatever. Hey, if you travel in a different direction, as long as we all end up at the same destination, so be it. And as far as I'm concerned, that destination is to remember that all lives matter, and specifically because it needs to be given exclusive attention, Black Lives Matter. Thank you for the time and opportunity.